All right. So, welcome back to game two of our week 3 of the Diamond Plus Omega Esports League. Again, this is Coil, joined by Tick, aka Lime Country, aka Yeah. So, we had a really exciting first game. I'm actually super excited to see this game as well. The Now is one of our top ranked teams, but Recon 5 is actually the team that beat them out in our power rankings this week. So we'll see if Recon 5 can keep that top spot. The Now is definitely giving them a run for their money, though.
Yeah, NeuroShock, however, on the other side is 1-3 currently. Off to a slow start, but I mean, if they take down Recon 5, that would be a huge upset and would, really propel them forward, I think. So, really interesting game. Definitely favored towards Recon 5, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
And to run down the red side, this game you have on the Recon 5 side, which is going to be red side, you have Inabon in the top lane, R5 Titan in the jungle, Prussian is going to be in your mid lane, and the almighty 80 carry player R5 I Glory is in the 80 carry position with Tengar being his support.
Yeah, and on the other side for NeuroShock, top lane is Whiplash, jungle is TTV, J Galaxy, mid lane Evil Dragful, ADC, the Majestic Kiwi, and then as support you have Yeet. So I'm already looking into these bans. Recon 5 banning out the Aatrox, very strong pick. Sever, very good for team comps, and Irelia, just very strong picks all around.
And with us talking about these introductions, the freaking Yuumi was picked up, baby. So to put this in perspective, Recon 5 had just played Yuumi and actually stomped their game. It was like a 19-minute game or something like that. So, Recon 5, definitely a pick for them, but they're going to look to go for the Xayah Rakan here, which is good into the Yuumi.
Yeah, very strong 2v2 lane. That scales pretty well as well with that mid-game engage from the Recon. But Yuumi and Olaf, that's a very good engage tool. See if they lock it in for the Yuumi, because she can get her ulti off pretty well, and you can't really CC an Olaf who's running at you with his ulti on.
And they do lock in that Olaf, and they're flashing the Ezreal, gonna go ahead and lock that down, able to keep the Yuumi safe while also keeping himself safe.
Yeah, it looks like NeuroShock is kind of going for a poke comp here, but the Vel'Koz locked in. I'm assuming that's for mid lane. Well, it's definitely for mid lane, but we'll see. That's again a very heavy poke mid lane coming from the other side. So poke on both sides here.
And the Karma being taken away. If you guys do not know, Karma Olaf is currently OP AF. So please do not let them pick Karma Olaf. And you know what? NeuroShock, actually, they like to play through J Galaxy once he gets this Olaf pick. He's a very strong Olaf player.
Yeah, definitely. And then the Silas ban, again, very standard, very strong pick that is able to steal a lot of good ultimates from the side of NeuroShock. They don't want him to get the Yuumi ult, which is amazing, and Olaf ult, Ezreal, already good ultis for Silas to steal. So a very good job taking out that OP champ.
And we're going to see what the red side decide to ban. The Twisted Fate coming out, definitely targeting Evil Dragful here. Evil Dragful is a pretty strong player, and he loves his Twisted Fate. They're going to stop the roaming potential of that mid lane and maybe look to lock him down on a control mage.
Yeah, nobody likes to get split pushed versus like a Twisted Fate, as you win the team fight, but he's taking your base. Poppy ban coming in from NeuroShock. They don't really have much that gets stopped, but maybe they just think it's a good a pick from Inabon.
And I'm expecting to see this Trundle go into the jungle. Trundle in the jungle. This man is going to look to make the jungle his home. He's lost his kingdom, but maybe he can make his kingdom in the jungle now.
Yeah, and I mean, Olaf, not really tanky, but he does build a lot of health items. And maybe, hey, just ulting the Olaf that's running into your team, he's going to be super squishy, and then just, the Xayah Rakan Vel'Koz be able to pick him off. So I do like the Trundle pick.
And you've got Lulu coming out. Now, this could be a top lane Lulu, or this could be a mid lane Lulu. Now, if you're looking at it from and this is going to be a mid lane Lulu. So now, if you look at
Wow.
it, this Olaf is going to be a very speedy boy into every single fight. And with that Shin also being there, they're going to have a hard time bursting him down, because usually whenever you see an Olaf run at you, you want to try to kill him as fast as possible because you're not going to be able to CC him. But with the Shin coming in, they're not going to be able to kill him very fast because Shin is just going to pop that R and protect this man all the way to the back line.
Yeah, Kennen is going to be very annoying for Shen up in the top lane. Having that range advantage over Shen, he's going to be able to stop a little bit of the damage with his W, but again, if he goes Klepto, he's going to be raking in the golds and still be very prevalent in team fights with his ultimate. NeuroShock, I've never seen a protect the Olaf comp in my life, but it seems kind of what they're going for with the Yuumi and the Lulu and Shen on the Olaf. This is so strange.
Absolutely. And I've never seen this comp done before either. But having the speed on that Olaf, letting him get to your backline, he's going to be able to burst down some carries, because Olaf, even though he doesn't build very many damage items, he still does a lot of damage with his axe being a high base damage throw. And then you've also got his W, which heals him up, and then his E, which is just a true damage burst down. He's going to smite some champions.
Yeah, and another thing to note here for the Olaf, the W actually increases his healing from all sources. So the Yuumi heals, if she's attached to him, is going to be increasing. Like the heals are going to be, could even go up to like 700-800 if she has the Ardent along with the Athenes and Holy Grail. That's has like, I think gives an extra 200 if she gets some damage on the enemy champions. But that's actually going to be a very, very healthy boy running at Team Recon 5. Definitely would love to see them get some like an Executioner's Calling or a Bramble Vest coming in from the Trundle.
Absolutely. And this Trundle is going to look to R onto this Olaf, going to try to get this resistances off of the Olaf so they can burst him down a little bit faster. But like I said, with the Shin, with the Lulu, with the Yuumi, this guy is going to be terribly hard to kill. And he's going to be flying at Mach 5 to try to get onto the Xayah. But the good thing about Xayah and Recon is that Xayah does have her R available, so she can move. She can maneuver out of a lot of that initial damage. The problem is how are they going to lock down the rest of the team comp if they're going to look to go straight onto this Olaf?
Yeah, I mean, it's really going to be up to Recon 5 here to make the plays for their team. NeuroShock really doesn't have to do a whole lot. Ezreal Yuumi, a lot of people might not know this, but she is excellent for poke because the Q is almost unmissable if you're like above platinum. As long as they're not, diving through minions, you can't miss that thing. It's pretty hard. So
shout out to our gold players as well. He doesn't mean anything by it. This guy has some D3 bias.
Oh yeah, I'm slightly biased. I've gotten destroyed by Yuumis before, and feels a little unfair, not gonna lie. But again, Ezreal as well coming down with the poke, so it's they have a little bit of healing with the Recon if he can land Qs, and has some shields with probably Guardian and his E, but that's a lot of poke that's going to be going through bot lane, and it's up to Recon to kind of force things to happen to kind of stop the poke coming in from NeuroShock.
And there is a dangerous part to this team comp on the side of NeuroShock. It seems like they've practiced this comp before. They just played something similar to it just last game. And you know what? Actually, they can go ahead and send this Olaf into a side lane, most likely. Maybe whenever they start to break out of these kind of laning phases, they can send Olaf into the side lane. You can see they have triple TP, so they're able to get straight onto this Olaf easily and be able to protect him and maybe just run it down on some turrets.
Yeah, you think the Olaf is alone in your jungle, and you're like, all right, let's just 2v1 this guy. In comes 3 teleports on 1 ward. What are you going to do? It's going to be hilarious to see if they manage to all teleport at once into a team fight. But this Olaf is going to have the most protection. He's coming out with Conqueror as well, which is, I definitely approve of that. He's going to probably be living quite a long time in these fights with Shen, Lulu, and Yuumi. So definitely right keystone choice there.
Absolutely. And looking at the side of Recon 5, just so that we can go over both team comps. The only reason we're talking about this Olaf one is because this is unique. We don't ever see this. But if you look at the side of Recon 5, they definitely have some strengths. You've got the Cannon in the top lane. That's going to be annoying for Shin to deal with. You've got the Vel'Koz, consistent damage, always going to be a good poke option. And then the Xayah Recon bot lane. This is one of the strongest bot lanes in the game. Xayah, one of the strongest 80 carries at the current moment.
Yeah, and I mean, I would love to see this Vel'Koz pick up a early Zhonya's just for this Olaf that's going to be running at him, maybe after his Luden's Echo, because you're going to want to shut down this Olaf, stop him from getting fed early. They're already kind of invading here.
That is it's very early invade.
Yeah, I think they're just getting some wards down, looking for some poke with the Yuumi. Is he gonna go for their red buff here?
I don't believe he will. I think he's gonna back off of it. He's gonna have to be able to see this Trundle and this Kinnan making their way back downtown. And it looks like they're actually gonna know where he is. Yeah. He's just gonna back off. Most likely gonna go to his red side.
He might be a little late for it.
He's gonna be about a second late.
About it should be fine, actually. Late.
They do have a ward on that. They do have a ward on that, so they are going to be able to see him make his way back down there. They do ping him out, so they know where the Olaf is now starting. But the side of NeuroShock also know where the Trundle is starting, and it looks like this red buff, it's getting close to resetting. Red buff might not have liked the way that Olaf was hitting.
Yeah, and an excellent ward that Recon 5 puts onto the Raptors. They notice that NeuroShock is invading the top side, so they just go down, ward his bot side jungle. They know he's going to Krugs right now, so the bot lane, I'm going to assume, is going to play safe. I don't know if they will, but they should be playing a little bit more safe. He's just walking over, putting a ward in Try. They know he's on Krugs, probably leaving them right now. Very good ward from Tingar.
And good awareness by Tingar there, knowing that the Olaf might look to come down, maybe get a gank in for this Yuumi, because you know that the Olaf really wants to get towards this Yuumi so he can speed up, head into, and it looks like Yuumi's actually just going to get knocked up a little bit by the Recon, not going to get much else out of it. And Shin just getting poked down a little bit, going to have some klepto stacks in his face. Xayah eats that Q by Yuumi.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting bot lane because Yuumi has a lot of poke, Ezreal has a lot of poke, but they won't really get that poke until he starts getting a sheen. So, gets the knockup.
And goes onto the Yuumi, gets the knockup, but not going to find the root out of the feathers.
Yep, good try. I'm more interested in what this Trundle. Okay, he was just making sure there's no sneaky control wards anywhere. Just pops the plant. Setting up for this scuttle. TTV, J Galaxy, I should say, is popping a plant of his own. Not going to contest the scuttle. He's kind of low in HP, and the Vel'Koz had prio.
And Kinnan is actually making his way inside of the jungle. They're going to look to get the flash out of J Galaxy. They're going to get it out. That was actually a really good invade by them. I think that if they could have gotten a little more out of that, it would have been a little bit better. But having that Olaf lose flash early is good for the side of Recon 5.
Yeah, that was a very, like a domination move from Titan. Just flashes on him. I don't know if it was really needed. They had a Kennen who could potentially flank him from the other side. Didn't have to burn his summoner there, I think. But, I mean, it's a trade for summoners. He didn't get the camp, so I would actually say that's in favor of J Galaxy, although they are showing they are not afraid of this Olaf just yet.
And it looks like just a little bit of poke going down from the Yuumi. Now to explain the Yuumi, and actually they're going to go into the Vel'Koz. Vel'Koz is going to get polymorphed. He's going to look to go. He might go down here. Going to be able to get out. Not going to find the axe onto the Vel'Koz, but the Trundle is coming in with the counter game.
He wished he had his flash right there, because
and actually Titan just walks up. This guy is a Chad. What is he thinking? He actually walks up, and J Galaxy goes for the Vel'Koz. They're going to find a little bit more poke onto the Xayah. Not going to be able to drop her.
This is the definition of a Chad jungler. He just doesn't care. that it's a Lulu Olaf, goes straight in there, and hey, it worked out a little bit. Doesn't contest the scuttle though. That's not what I expect from the Chad jungler, but it's probably the smart move there.
Chad Jungle, baby. This guy has the haircut, most likely, has the body. This man is ready to fight.
Yep, he is recalling now. Probably just gonna finish his, or not finish his item, but grab, blue smite. Yep, right there. And now he can definitely look to get some ganks going with his pillar and the smite coming in.
And Kennen might look to kill Shin here. He poked him down a lot. Shin is going to have to back off now. Interesting thing to point out here is that Olaf went for the dueling smite. He went for skirmishers instead of going for that blue smite that you usually see. He's going to look to get a lot of fights in. Most likely going to look for long trades onto this Trundle, and actually going to block the damage out of that Kennen's auto. So not going to get the Klecto procs out of that.
Yeah, very good trade. He had to burn his teleport back, but shouldn't mind it too much. He has the Shen ultimate up now, so I'd love to see them make a play either mid and bot. Ganking top is nice, but I mean, he'll also probably give up plates if they try to gank mid or bot without his teleport, so I can see them not trying to gank those lanes. Might be a little too ambitious.
And they're landing a little bit more damage onto R5 iGlory. iGlory is also one of the top contenders for MVP of this league. He's definitely a very strong player in that 80 carry spot.
Yep, he's down a little bit of CS here, but I mean, Xayah is definitely going to be a lot more potent in these team fights than an Ezreal in these like straight fights, but the poke coming in from Ezreal can be very huge if they're just looking to, siege down a turret.
And if I take a quick look at Gold is pretty consistent around the map. The only place where I see a significant difference is in that top lane. This Kennen is definitely taking advantage of that Klepto. He's getting the most out of it, and I wonder if he's been picking up a few slice sacks.
Yep, the RNG is probably with him. He managed to go back, get his Hextech Revolver. Doesn't quite have the Proto Belt yet, which is going to help immensely with his all-in and even the wave clearing. So once we start seeing him pick up the Proto Belt and instantly clear waves, remember, Shen, probably one of the worst top laners for clearing out waves. So this is going to be interesting to see what Kennen does. Oh,
and the Olaf is immediately going to go on to the Vel'Koz, and actually he might drop here. Nope, going to get the Lulu. First blood goes to the Recon. I would have liked to see it go on to another champion. Kennen immediately TP's down. Will they get this kill on the Evil Dragful? It looks like he's going to go for it. Shin does pop the ulti. He will be able to save Evil Dragful for now. Will he get dropped instead? Nope, but you can see how that Trundle, and actually they're going to go in onto the Ezreal here. Can find the root, maybe. Nope, did not find the root, but Yumi is all by herself. She's not going to be able to get out. Oh, she does heal. Will she make it out? Oh, and she does with the zoom. And the trade kill for the Ezreal. Death.
A teleport coming in.
But a TPE coming in. This is most likely going to be from Ezreal. Ezreal looking to chase down this Recon. Does he know that the rest of the team is at this dragon?
A very good teleport manages to stop the dragon. He gets the kill by Recon 5 getting a little ambitious for killing the cat, but looks like a very good trade for Recon overall with killing the Olaf. The Shen ulti didn't go through on him. Maybe he's just like, yeah, you're dead, buddy. Sorry. But the Kennen teleport came in, so that's going to be down. We'll see what they can pull off. This Olaf needs to get ahead early to really be, impactful. Again, all their chips are on this Olaf, so he needs to start pulling his weight right about now.
Yep, and the chips are on the Olaf, but don't forget about the Ezreal. Ezreal can still do a lot of damage inside of late game team fights, even though he does not have the same effectiveness as the Xayah. And it looks like Recon is just going to look to go in. Very nice ult by the Yumi. Maybe going to look to get a trade-off. Nope, not going to find
Olaf?
it. Olaf is right there. Olaf is going to go in onto this Zaya gonna miss his first axe. Will he be able to pick this up?
Nice.
A TP comes in from the Lulu, gonna look to maybe speed him up. They're gonna find the speed up. Olaf is looking to get a little bit of an E damage onto it, and Olaf is just running through this team fight. There is nothing they can do about this, and Vel'Koz is just gonna look to burst him down, gonna find the kill. They're not gonna be able to do enough damage to kill this Vel'Koz. They need to get out of here. So that's
Wow, but that's a 3 for, I think, 2 there, because I think the Ezreal dropped down, but very good pickup. They got 2 kills on this Olaf, which is exactly what they needed. He heard me talking about pulling his weight. He's like, I got you. I'll just run in bot lane, murder everyone, and then, you know, just kind of dip out. And he's heading straight back bot lane to repeat it. And you see a lane swap coming in from the Zaya, probably just going to clear out that mid wave and then swap back with the Vel'Koz.
Gonna push back this mid lane and then look to go back down to her down to her bot lane, my bad. And it looks like Olaf is just clearing the Krugs. Now, to go over the reasoning why Olaf immediately passed back down bot to take these Krugs. Krugs are the most OP camp right now because they give you the most experience and the most gold.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. What do you think their next objective they're going to be looking for from Recon 5? Because they do have the map pressure.
I think that Recon 5 should really look to try to get this, try to get the Drake away from this team. You do not want the Olaf to be able to sustain back into fights, but you also don't want the Ezreal to have the Ocean. And it looks like they're going to go, and Olaf is just going to go man mode onto the Vel'Koz, not going to find anything. The bot lane of Recon 5 are here now. They're gonna look to get a little bit of a root down. Yuumi gonna pop her ult, but not gonna find anything. And that's a 1-for-0 trade, and the Olaf goes down.
Yeah, I definitely think NeuroShock might be a little too obvious in these fights. This Vel'Koz is being the perfect bait right now, where it looks like Olaf just sees him and he's like, I want to murder that guy. And then his team just instantly gets there before NeuroShock's bot lane, which, I mean, good on them for rotating with the Recon.
And the Recon is looking to go in onto the Ezreal, not going to find him because Ezreal does have the Arcane Shift, so he's going to be able to get away pretty easily. He's going to find a little bit of damage down onto the Recon. Maybe might look to continue, but not going to yet. They know the Trundle is down here.
Yep, and I mean, just look at that river vision. You have a pink on Dragon, you have a pink in that bush right next to mid lane, a pink kind of protecting where that Trundle might come through bot side. The river is just completely lit up on Recon 5, and on the other side, NeuroShock, they have what, a ward in their tri and a ward on top of their red. Nothing in the river.
Absolutely nothing, and you know, this is probably what's enabling this Recon 5 team to be able to make these trades. And Evil Dragful just gonna drop, and just barely drops.
You hate to see it where you flash and still die anyways.
Would have liked to see him flash diagonal.
Yep. Although Vel'Koz, that Vel'Koz move speed where, you know, rotate the ulti is kind of slow, so that might have saved him there. We'll never know, though.
And it looks like Vel'Koz is just going to put a little bit of pressure down onto this Ezreal. Maybe look to get them to back off. Let their bot lane push into the bot lane of NeuroShock. You know, iGlory has definitely been on the back burner this entire laning phase, but he has had a lot of pressure put down onto him.
Yeah, very interesting that Majestic Kiwi didn't go Sheen. Usually, quite a few people go Sheen afterwards, the Mammune. But
he's looking to get it. He has that mana crystal, just not able to buy it yet with the gold, I don't believe, but he is looking to get it. It is kind of weird how he just does not have that yet, but he's gonna get it very, very soon.
Yeah, he just finished up his Mammune. Maybe he just wants to complete his tier item as fast as possible. Kind of.
And Olaf is spotted on these wards. They don't care. They don't care. Galaxy walks up a little bit, just trying to get this turret plating for his Ezreal. They're not going to be able to get very much. Oh, actually, there is no turret plating left. What am I talking about?
Yeah, 30 seconds ago you would be right, but
Yep. And on the
not
other
right
side
now.
of the map, the Trundle takes the Rift Herald. They might look to drop this to try to give Vel'Koz some gold. There is no way for Lulu to immediately get onto this Trundle to try to CC him out. And actually, they're just going to get this top. They're going to get the mid turret right now.
Looks like they're trading mid for bot, which is not too bad, especially since Glory is supposed to be a huge carry on his team. They're just rotating him top.
Actually, they're going to look to go in, and actually, Trundle has been caught, and it looks like they're going to land that. Oh, but you need to turn around onto that Vel'Koz. He has the ult, and it looks like the Shin is coming down onto this onto the Olaf. My bad.
No.
The Recon is dropping his redemption, and Kennen looking to maybe get a kill onto the Olaf. Not going to find him, but Shelly did get off a second charge in the time that took. And you know what? This Vel'Koz is absolutely huge right now, and they're looking to get onto this Ezreal. Kennen does have find Ezreal, and that's a lot of damage coming out from the Kennen. Now you're going to see a little bit of a choke point fight here, which is good in Vel'Koz's favor, but they're not going to look to keep going. J Galaxy backs off, and they can't do anything without J Galaxy.
Yeah,
and it looks like he's just going to walk up man mode, and he almost gets caught, but he does not. He gets speeded up a lot by the E.
It's just non-stop fighting between NeuroShock and Recon 5. They definitely are not afraid of engaging from either team here, and it is just incredible to see all of these fights just keep going on. So many little fights across the map too. You saw the Olaf going in on the Vel'Koz, but then an instant teleport from the Kennen kind of negates a lot of what they wanted to do, and they managed to pick off the Lulu as well there. So very good team fight from Recon.
Absolutely. You know, something that I would like to see this Olaf pick up is maybe a red trinket so that he'd be able to clear out some of these wards. You can see how much ward domination Recon 5 is looking to get, and they need to clear out some of these wards. And Vel'Koz is just going to get another solo kill onto this Lulu. Not going to find it quite yet. Will Recon be able to pick this up? He flashes in. What? No, he doesn't get punished. He doesn't die, but he does burn the flash. And that, I don't know. That's a little bit greedy, but we'll let him have it. Recon needs his moment too, Zaya.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have done the exact same thing in flash forward there, but again, he gets a little punished for doing so. Yuumi was there to save him, and you know, very good save from Yeet.
And Olaf has everybody there. He has his double speed ups, and they don't have the Shin ult yet. This is a Mountain Drake. This would be pretty valuable for the side of NeuroShock, as they don't have very good pushers on the turrets.
Recon looking to get a little bit. Fight it.
They should not fight this fight. There's 5 members down onto this dragon. There's no way that they can fight this right now.
Yeah, I'm no mathematician, but I think 5 is greater than 4. They should back off. The Kennen has his ulti and flash. You do not want to mess with him. Just look to trade top turret here. Again, Shen not the best at pushing down turrets, but
and that is why that Mountain Drake would have been pretty valuable for them. Shen is not able to push, and they're gonna look to go onto this Kennen. Kennen actually just pops the stopwatch, gonna look to survive, and he does survive. Trundle forces him off. I think he ulted Olaf there to try to get those resistances off. They trade for a top turret, and NeuroShock is not going to get anything out of this trade.
Yeah, and you know, I think Titan is actually doing a great job tracking this Olaf, because every single time he's gone in, Titan has been there to say, no, you're not going to get fed. I'm going to make sure that put a pillar in your way, ult you, do whatever I have to do. You know, just making sure that this Olaf isn't getting fed. He does have the most kills on his team, but also the most deaths.
Yep, and you know, the pillar is actually one of the most interesting things about that, because the pillar is one of the only things that can actually keep Olaf from walking forward, because it just gets in his way.
It's Olaf might be immune to CC, but he's not immune to giant icicles that block his path, turns out.
Woo! He's getting blocked by some glaciers. You can see now what the gold is looking like. This Vel'Koz is almost 3k gold up on this Lulu. and you could see that this Vel'Koz is actually making a huge difference in this game. He's definitely done a good job of keeping himself around the map, and you can see he's actually roamed more than the Lulu has and made more effectiveness out of his roams.
Yeah, the Lulu definitely has not been having a great time versus Vel'Koz. You saw her constantly blowing flash to get out of these Vel'Koz R's. And, Vel'Koz R isn't even on that long of a cooldown. And, Lulu is supposed to be this like super safe mid lane champion that can facilitate other picks like the Olaf, but is not really able to do that yet.
And I maybe would have liked to seen a more dominant bot lane, but they're looking to go in. Olaf does pop his Ragnarok, gonna look to keep going in, not gonna find anything. Has to back off because of the Vel'Koz ult, and Trundle immediately ults him, trying to keep away from those resistances. Makes himself very large, makes the Olaf very small.
Yeah, and I mean, just look at Recon 5's movement. They're always grouped up, making sure that J Galaxy does not have his way and is able to pick off these people with the extra move speed from Yuumi and Lulu.
Anywhere J Galaxy, and it looks like they're actually going to set up to try to collapse down onto this Olaf. Olaf does not have ult, so he's not going to be able to get out of any CC abilities.
Oh, this is interesting. They know he doesn't have ult,
and they're going to go onto the Olaf. Going to find him most likely. He's going to be one hit. The redemption comes down. Will they kill him? No, they won't. And actually, they don't get anything out of that.
Where are you guys going? Where are you guys going to?
They're running up into the top lane. They're going to get caught by the Kinnan. The Kinnan's going to look to go onto the Olaf. Olaf actually has ult up right now. He's going to look to go get in trade off. And it looks like they're going to drop the Kinnan. Not going to find much else. Recon almost dies to the Ezreal ult. And Ezreal tries for the flash. Not going to find anything.
Good try, but Tingar was aware that he was low HP and that was the target of Ezreal. Manages to dip out there. It almost looked like a really good escape, but that turret is still up top because Shen cannot push out his lane fast enough, and they're just going to get a Baron off of this with absolutely no contest. Man, that is going all the way in favor of Recon 5.
And we were talking earlier about how this game is super dependent upon this Olaf getting ahead. This Olaf got ahead, but he just wasn't able to make anything happen because at the same time he was getting ahead, this Vel'Koz was staying just right with him. And the fact that this Trundle has been able to answer a lot of the things that Olaf does, and the fact that they're grouping on top of this Olaf to make sure that he can't get any just silly picks is actually making a huge difference.
Yeah, it is absolutely incredible, the macro play from Recon 5. They're shutting down the win condition from NeuroShock, making sure that he is, I mean, he was supposed to be getting super fed with the Lulu and Yuumi, but, I mean, look who's fed. It's the Vel'Koz on the enemy team, of all people, who should be the primary target of Olaf, because, the champion is super immobile. His E, which is his only real defensive tool, is the little knockback. It doesn't even work on Olaf when he's ulted, but he's 6-0-1 with a 700 gold bounty. So really good job on Prussian here.
Yeah, Prussian doing a great job of keeping away from the front of these fights, making sure that he's standing behind his Trundle, making sure that he can do a lot of damage. And actually right here, it looks like the Yuumi is going to go ahead and go in. This Olaf is very fast and very big. They're going to get onto the Vel'Koz, not going to find him just yet. Finds the Vel'Koz, going to get the kill off, but will they be able to do enough damage on the backside? Ooh, Zaya already goes ahead and throws this R, going to find the root. Going to look to run away from Titan. Actually, Kinnan has just now joined this fight. They're going to look to kill on the Zaya. Going to look to maybe get the kill on the Titan if he can do enough damage. Does not do enough damage. And that is going to be an ace towards the side of Recon 5. They do get the Vel'Koz, but everybody else in that team fight stayed pretty much alive throughout the entire team fight. And Kinnan being able to roam up, get the flank off, he was able to make the difference in that fight.
Yeah, the one saving grace of NeuroShock was their Ezreal, but he manages to go down to the Kennen in the end there. And an inhibitor at 24 minutes is, pretty fast. They managed to break the base with their Baron buff, which is really huge. Now they're going to look to get these two outers and, just push for the win here, it looks like.
Yeah. It is a big possibility. Now the thing is that even though they have quite a bit of a gold lead, an 8K gold lead right now, it's actually coming down to where this Olaf is starting to get a little bit of items. He's going to start to get a little bit of resistances as well. He's going to look to do a lot of damage inside of that backline. And like I said, he's still going to be doing damage to that backline because his backline is not building tanky at all.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the Trundle has a Knight's Vow that I assume is on the Xayah. Xayah has the Executioners, like I said, wanting to be picked up. Morello from the Vel'Koz. So you're going to see a lot of these heals coming from Yuumi.
And Olaf immediately turns on the Ragnarok. He is not looking to get picked off here. And Recon 5 is just going to look to push this in. They don't.
Missed.
And oh no, Lulu. She is gone. She is just going to disappear from your screen. Sayonara, Lulu.
Yeah, that was not fun. Didn't manage to get the hit on the Recon, so that Recon just pops his ultimate, gets the quick pick on Lulu, and they know Olaf doesn't have ulti for a little bit, so they can just probably push this in right here, or even dive on. They don't have the minions just yet, though.
And also on the top side, you have a Kennen that has red buff right now. I feel so bad for the Shen. He's doing 2 damage.
Yeah, that Shen already had a hard time pushing.
Redemption going to come down, just give it a little bit of health down into the team. Vel'Koz looking to get a little bit of poke down onto the team. They're not going to find very much Prowling Projectile. And actually, Olaf has ult. He's going to go down. He's going to go ahead and go on to somebody. He's actually going to be split and where he's looking at. And it looks like a little bit of miscommunication there. They did not know who to go on. And it looks like he kind of split between the Vel'Koz and the Xayah, but you know, this is now just going to be a shove down mid lane, and this is the final hold as far as I'm concerned.
They can make a comeback right here.
Ooh, and NeuroShock going to look to go in, and the big taunt onto the Xayah. Maybe going to find the Xayah here. Ezreal finds the Xayah. Will they be able to chase back? Vel'Koz is very good at running away. And Jay Galaxy is looking to go down. Jay Galaxy with a big heal. He's still up. He's still staying around. Recon with the ult. Ezreal looking to get a little bit of a trade down. And he's going to have the kills.
I think we should go back in.
And Ezreal gets the triple kill in that fight. That is really good for this NeuroShock team. A little bit of an overstay by Recon 5, but they did get 2 inhibitors, and they did get a Nexus turret.
Yeah, their last saving grace, Majestic Kiwi, doing a really good job at keeping NeuroShock in the game. It is an Ezreal. He's going to keep scaling up with his items. He went Luden's third for that extra on-hit damage. And, you know, they really need to start playing around him because I think this Ezreal is more of a threat than the Olaf at this point.
Absolutely, and you know, this Olaf is pulling a lot of pressure in these team fights. He's putting down a lot of pressure, making the Xayah pop her ult, making the Vel'Koz feel like he needs to use his ult as well. You know, it's going to be really, really good for this Ezreal now because he's going to be on the least of their mind, and that's an 80 carry's dream, is to just sit in the back, put down some consistent damage, and be able to pick up triple kills very easily.
Yep, it's going to be very hard for Jay Galaxy, but what he needs to do is kind of weave in and out of these fights, put the pressure on, make Recon 5 scared of what he's going to do to probably the, you know, squishies on their team. And you know, just give Ezreal time to free fire with all his poke. But they have a lot of burst on the other side with the Kennen, the Xayah recalling all her feathers, and the Vel'Koz. And it looks like they're just going for Baron here.
They're just going to pick up the Baron. There's no way that they get here in time. Too much damage going down onto this Baron. And Recon 5 says, thank you. Jay Galaxy maybe looking to get a little bit of an engage.
Kill the Recon?
Jay Galaxy. Recon is actually way up in the front line. And that's almost every single ult out of this team. NeuroShock maybe can look to win this fight, lose the Yuumi. The only 2 up right now are the Shin and the Ezreal. And Ezreal going to look to kill the Xayah, maybe. Not going to get caught by the feathers, but he has to continue running back. Recon on the flank may look to go in.
Yeah, the Ezreal I thought was for sure going to kill the Xayah there, but doesn't manage to get that last auto win. I don't think they can defend this now. There's an Ocean on Recon 5 that's going to heal him up a little bit here.
And this looks like it's just going to be game. They're going to be able to push in. There's not enough damage. Ezreal going to go down to this Trundle right now. Oh, wait.
Yeah, but the Baron minions were just too much, and Recon 5 manages to take down NeuroShock 21 kills to 14 with a 12,000 gold lead at the end there.
Yeah, absolutely. And this team comp out of Neuroshock, it seemed like it was going to be interesting. It seemed like if it worked, they were going to be able to snowball in. They were going to be able to easily take some team fights. But unfortunately, they never got the Olaf super ahead. The Trundle Titan, I have to give big props to the guy. He was definitely there every single time Olaf was looking to get a gank in.
Yeah, definitely. Titan was there every step of the way to stop J Galaxy from really just snowballing the game in their favor. Uh it, I think NeuroShock's comp was a little one-dimensional with the Olaf because having a Lulu mid isn't going to give you that much damage. Yumi is again another support in the Shen, uh, very useful for his ultimate. I also got to give it to Prussian for, man, that's a you're a squishy mid laner with really no disengage, and he was like 6-0 at one point, kind of just stopping all of the Olaf engages and picking on the Lulu.
Oh yeah, and this Lulu is supposed to be a super safe pick, as you said before, and he was just not able to stay alive versus this Vel'Koz. Imagine if this Vel'Koz had the Mejai's Soul Stealer. This game
Oh.
probably would have been over a little bit earlier than what we would thought. But with this team, with these two teams playing, who do you think deserves the MVP?
Oh, I'm gonna say Titan because I think he did a great job always being there, you know, against Jade Galaxy. He might not have been the flashiest player on his team. I think Prussian definitely deserves a lot of credit for picking up all these kills and doing a lot of damage in these fights. But Titan was there at every turn Jade Galaxy was. So I'll lean towards him, but it was definitely close.
Definitely. And with the NeuroShock did just get this bot laner or this 80 carry Kiwi. And it seems like he's a really solid player. I would like to see how they do going forward. They seem like they've turned around what was kind of dispelling them in their first 2 weeks. They seem like they're starting to get a little bit of synergy. So they might be able to finish up near the top of the standings if they keep this going.
Yeah, there were a lot of good points to take away from NeuroShock. Their Ezreal was extremely ahead of the ball, and we were going to say Glory was, one of our favorites in the entire league itself, and he held up really well versus Glory. I thought he was actually ahead in CS, and they managed to take
Mhm.
the turret first. Um, Probably not too fair, but because there's so many fights going on in the river because
Mhm.
of J Galaxy and Titan, but uh, you know, I would say he like slightly was ahead of winning that lane, which is good news for them.
Absolutely. And um, that will actually do it for both of our games today. This was week 3 of the Diamond Plus League of the Omega Esports League. It was very exciting today. A lot of fights and some pretty creative team comps. I'm really excited for week 4 coming up. Just a little shout out to the commissioner Ivar, making things happen, everybody that's helping around, and also a big shout out to the teams and the viewers. You guys are making this happen. You guys are the reason why we're even doing this in the first place. So thank you very much. And from me, Coil, and from my partner,
Tick.
we do thank you and have a great night.